I'm Corey, or Everything Fantasy. As I delve deeper into the music of Wuthering Waves, I want to keep listening to more and more different types of music. And so this time it's a small miracle. I know that this is a theme for Imyth, I've been told, I think is how her name is pronounced. In any case, I'm a video game composer. I have my keyboard in front of me. Let's get straight into it. So, I've heard the beginning of this before because I was accidentally playing it on 3x speed, but besides that, we have the electric guitar, we have a fizzy sounding synth, and we have the bass as well. The bass sound is something like... something like that, and it helps to establish that the key here is... the key is D minor.
Isn't it so incredible? We're here sharing the same time and space. In your eyes, the sparks look like thousands of bright stars. I have gazed at for thousands of...
Before we go into what I think is going to be the rest of this verse, the final 8 bars of this verse, that acoustic guitar part is really cool, actually. Kind of that sort of thing. And the melody is quite close so far. And it sounds like we are now going to go into a bigger section where things open up. We get the acoustic drums.
Time, may all sweet take flight. With which you could be your guiding light. Let your curiosity set your spirit free and well like fire. If a lonely night surprised to see our dreams glowing brightly, every second is worth it. Beautiful.
We're going to go into the chorus. I know it was a really annoying place to pause, but I really like the drum kit here. It's kind of like a... and now we're going to go into the chorus.
Like diamonds, you need a light to shine. I was a shadow until you looked my way. The rainbows I held inside got kissed by sunshine. Not a campfire of flowery skies. River will beat in my heart.
Okay, so there's just some... It was hard to muster up what I wanted to say because there were so many things I'm really enjoying about this. This might be worthy of one of those longer analysis videos that I sometimes do, but there's so much I like about this. First of all, going back to the guitar solo was really, really good. It felt very soulful in a sense too. In order to do this, I should probably lower the intensity of that distortion. It's closer to that kind of sound, not too overdriven, but at the same time enough to kind of provide that soul. Rhythms were beating in my heart, tunes were ringing in my ears non-stop. This feels really sad. Like I don't. So I'm obviously kind of spoiled, not in the spoiler sense, but in the sense of I have been told a few things before from the previous reactions that I've done, and therefore I know some context here. And so, as much as I want to feel happy, kind of, this feels very pleasant. You almost kind of know where this is inevitably going to lead. So there's something quite sad about this. Like, seeing her smiling doesn't fill me with happiness, it fills me with sadness, if anything. Okay, I just want to mention that because it does something that I really like. It's the... It's the going up one semitone to the chromatic note, the... It just feels very soulful. That kind of almost sense of instability, in a sense. You don't predict that kind of thing from happening. That's what makes it to me feel a lot more soulful than traditional pop rock. Favorite bridge? Or not? So I just really like the thing it did again, the kind of the up one semitone to make it feel a little bit more unpredictable. It was again the... I'm getting the feeling of like, I'm getting sensations of unity and things coming together, but there's something that I feel very conflicted about. It's like all the IMIF themes I've heard so far have all felt quite climactic in their own right. And I'm kind of wondering from a story perspective, the context of like the order to which you hear things in more than anything else. I get the impression that Homecoming Star from the Unbound, which I hopefully I'm not misremembering it being IMIF theme, but I think it is. I get the impression that that's the final one. But I'd love to know if I'm wrong about that, because I almost get a sense that all of these could be like happening one after the other, but I'm kind of wondering, in terms of like hours of playing, like when you hear one piece, how long afterwards do you hear the other one? Is kind of what I'm really curious about, because this feels like they could all be the end, in a sense. Though this, on the same wavelength, could almost be like a reflection, in a way. I'm getting the sensation of like, you're reflecting upon the happy times you spent with this character kind of thing before whatever happens, happens. I have an observation. I thought something was going to happen. Let me demonstrate what I mean. Okay, I need to figure this out. I thought they were going to do this. Hopefully you know what I was doing there. It's the choir bit from Homecoming Star from the Unbound. I thought they were going to go into that. Like, is it a reference? Is all the two connected? I get the impression of like the world coming together and all singing this kind of thing, which is the same feeling I got in Homecoming Star from the Unbound. It's just an interesting correlation. Maybe it's just an accidental thing, but it just feels too close to be true. Like, I really thought it was going to go into that same section and the same series of notes. love the harmonization there at the end. Let me try and figure it out. So the basic melody is this. We then go up one to something like this. And then we can go one further, and maybe I'll add a bass note to it as well. But it really does sound like the choir part from Homecoming Star from the Unbound. But what a lovely piece of music. As always, I'm going to check to see if anybody had anything to say about it. You can submit pieces too through my website, everythingfantasy.net, and I'll read it out in the videos as well. Okay, so one person has said, in fact, just to check, 2 people have said this, recommended this piece. One of them says, "Hello once again." Hello. "I would like to recommend a song from Wuthering Waves that both my little sister and I really like. I'm not quite sure about the meaning of the song, but despite its beautiful lyrics, I somehow feel that it's about a farewell, okay? Especially after playing Story 3.1. I appreciate hearing your thoughts. By the way, thank you for taking the time to listen to our recommendations. People playing along." Oh, it's the same person. Okay, thank you for those recommendations. It's purely accidental that I happen to be picking pieces from the same people. But yeah, this is the thing I mentioned before. To me, it feels a little bit like a farewell as well. It doesn't feel like... I don't feel entirely settled hearing this, even though it feels very positive. But this is a really interesting observation. The other person says, "In Homecoming..." Okay. I feel like I'm cooking. I feel like I was cooking before. Maybe I was onto something. "In Homecoming Star from the Unbound, there's a short choir part towards the end of the song." Okay. That part is an arranged version of this song. Okay. It has a rock girl band vibe in this one. It's one of the many songs of this character. She has like 8 songs, I think. Give it a listen and let us know what you think. Okay. I wasn't completely off when I said this. And I'm glad I've been listening to the Wuthering Waves music quite close together. It's just a bit easier to make these observations, but that's really cool. It was a callback to that section, and interestingly, see, this is the interesting thing. I think you've said that part is an arranged version of this song. Are you suggesting that Homecoming Star from the Unbound arranges this, or this arranges that? The reason I asked the question is because it could kind of work either way. Because in this song, the choir part is actually quite simple. Whereas if we compare that to Homecoming Star from the Unbound, it's a lot more complex. Let me try and, from memory, play what it was. It was something like this. Now, I'm changing key. I'm bringing the Homecoming Star from the Unbound key, which I don't recall. I don't recall the key on the top of my head. I think it's I think it's E minor. So I'm changing the key of Homecoming Star from the Unbound to match the key of A Small Miracle. So that's how I can create the two sounding much more closer together. But it's really interesting, and I'd love to know order-wise what happens first and what happens second. At the same time, maybe I should just wait to hear it for myself, whenever that comes about. But thanks for the suggestion, as always, and keep them coming as well. I'm really enjoying the music too. You can only expect more music. At some point, there will be a remix of music from Wuthering Waves, because if people who only watch these reaction videos, I've been running this channel for like 9 years now, and most of the content on the channel has always been remixes of songs, not reactions. Reactions are a relatively new thing, so I'm really keen to figure out what I want to remix from the game first. But before that, I need to keep playing the game, and hopefully you'll be watching that too. Until next time, thanks for watching and take care.